Around 300 BCE, Buddhism came to Kashmir from southern India and became popular. Before that, Hinduism had been the main religion in Kashmir, and it had a caste system where people were classified into different social classes based on their family background, occupation, and skin color. The Brahmins, who were a light-skinned and privileged minority, were the highest caste. Buddhism was more about equality and did not believe in the caste system. This is why it became popular in Kashmir when it was introduced. In the 7th century, a Chinese Buddhist scholar named Hun Sen visited Kashmir and found many Buddhist temples in the city of Srinagar. However, after almost 1,000 years, the ruling Brahmins began to see Buddhism as a threat to their power and started to oppress Buddhist population. This period was marked by a number of conflicts and tensions between the various religious and social groups in Kashmir. In 1319, the Mongol warlord Zulchu invaded Kashmir and spent 8 long months making bloody mess in Kashmir. He massacred thousands of Kashmiri men, enslaved the women and children, and razed entire towns to the ground. Zulchu was, after all, a direct descendant of Genghis Khan and the grandson of Hulagu Khan, who in 1258 had similarly destroyed Baghdad and brought the Abbasid Empire to an end. As this devastation unfolded, Raja Sahadeva packed up and fled to Kishtwar, leaving his military commander-in-chief, Ravan Chandra, in charge. This proved to be a fatal mistake, as Raja Sahadeva lost all respect and legitimacy in the eyes of his subjects. Many Kashmiris fought violently against the Mongols, including Laha and Kashmir. Once the Mongols eventually retreated and the smoke cleared, Laha emerged as a leader with a strong public support in Kashmir. Laha was described as an inquisitive and alert young man who spent time with Buddhist and Hindu priests discussing religious matters. However, he was dissatisfied with their opinion and disliked the discriminatory caste system and Brahmins' arrogance in Hinduism. He spent time praying for guidance and was troubled by the infighting between the Hindus and the Buddhist subjects. A sudden encounter proved to be a transformational experience both for him and his kingdom. As the story goes, one morning he looked out of window in his palace and saw Bulbul Shah performing a Fajr, a morning prayer on the banks of a river Jahlim. He went out to meet this man and eventually started to learn about Islam from him. He was so impressed by the teachings of Islam, which were simple, free of useless ceremonies, caste, and the priesthood, that is, in 1323, he accepted Islam and changed his name to Sadr Din, Malik Sadr Din. History records him more often as Laha or Rinchen Shah, after his original Buddhist name. The first ever Buddhist ruler of Kashmir now became the first ever Muslim ruler of Kashmir. As an anonymous Persian text on the history of Kashmir later put it, Malik Laha now subjected himself to the teachings of the religion of the Prophet, peace be upon him, and the right principles of the truthful path of Murtaza, and embraced the Islamic religion with sincerity and conviction.